Okay, good evening. I am Jacqueline from Kiwi Meat, and before we start, I would like for you guys to help me paint a nightmare. Okay? Think back to a time when you hired someone who wasn't a good match for the company. How did that affect you personally, and how did that affect the company? Who can tell me? Yes, go ahead.
I had someone who I thought interviewed well, but then once they got to the job, they were just clearly distracted. They were not working, and they had been a temp, so their desk was actually in like the worst spot. And it affected me because I had to constantly get up and walk by and, hey, what's going on? You know, how's that project coming? Really kind of keep them on target. Even still, like if I didn't swing by, you know, about half an hour before their scheduled time to leave, they could kick out the door, and it's just like horrible.
Yes, yeah, and it can, I mean, between extra time in your day, you know, and throughout the week, even how that reflects on you as someone who is in recruiting. So having a bad hire can lead to low employee morale, customer dissatisfaction, lost customers and sales, reduced quality of product and service, and wasted training costs. So having been in the recruiting field for the last 5 years, I am personally familiar with the headache of screening applicants. Okay, it's very challenging. And so I realized that although it is a necessary task, it's very time consuming. And so I set out to find a solution. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about hiring decisions and predicting job performance. I'm also going to tell you about the Kiwi Meat solution that I have for you, how you would use Kiwi Meat, the impact of keeping the status quo, and your future with Kiwi Meat. So CareerBuilder did a survey this year of 2,002 hiring managers in the United States and asked them, do they think it's more costly to make a bad hire or to leave the position open? And so you can see that 57% over here thought that it was much more costly to have a bad hire versus 1%, you know, leaving the necessary position open was much more costly. So AmericanProgress.org says that businesses spend about 1/5 of an employee's annual salary to replace that worker. So in addition, you know, Noah had mentioned that he had to physically go over and keep this person on task. It's also expensive from a monetary perspective as well. Companies can't afford mistakes, which are costly and erode staff morale. Finding the right match requires time and attention, and it's something even busy managers need to make time for. And this is someone who wrote one of the Ducky's books. And so we know that it's important, we know that we need to make time for it, but how are we going to be most effective and efficient with our time? So how can you predict job performance? So I have two applicants here, applicant A and applicant B. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about them, and what I would like for you guys to do is to tell me which one you would prefer to hire. So applicant A has a 3.9 GPA and comes from a great school. Many internships within the industry, but this applicant is always stubborn and speaks her mind. Right? Applicant B has a 3.1 GPA at a decent school, had different internships in different industries, and is always looking for new experiences and seeks out other people's points of view. Who can tell me which applicant they would rather hire? Mallory?
Applicant B.
Applicant B, and why is that?
Because they are always looking for new experiences and they're open to other viewpoints and ideas.
And that's very important, I assume, correct? And what were you going to say?
I was also going to say B, because if they're open to new experiences and seek other people's points of view, they're not stubborn, so they can learn more. Even if they are doing okay at a decent school, they have the potential to learn more on the job experience because they're more open.
I would agree. And so what I'm finding, what I have found, is that companies are looking more for a person's personality and character. You know, just your GPA or where you went to school isn't the only indication of job performance. So where can you look? We talked about this last time I presented. You can look, you know, you can do an internet search. You can look on social media sites. When you look on those sites, you are looking for information about their character or personality. You already have their resume, you have their LinkedIn profile, you have their application. So you already know the hard facts. So if you are searching the internet for more information about that person, chances are it's beyond what you have already found out about them. And so by this point, I would say that most millennials have figured out how to put their account settings on private. Okay, so when you invest all this time into finding out more information about the prospective candidates, that it's not a guarantee. You could search for 15 minutes and not find any information on them. Okay, so there's also laws about screening applicants that are very, very important. And so this is a New Jersey State Senate bill, and so you are not allowed to ask or require a prospective employee for access to their social media accounts so that you can screen them. Okay, so it's very, very important. Okay, it does pose a risk if you are going to require prospective employees to give that information to you. So now moving on to the QE Meet solution. So what is QE Meet and what can it be used for? QE Meet is a platform that allows prospective employees to demonstrate their character and personality to prospective employers. And so it can be used both by job seekers and by recruiters as well. So how does it compare to LinkedIn? So in our example before about applicant A and applicant B, LinkedIn would have the GPA, would have which school they went to, but the other parts, the parts about their character or personality would be what is listed on the QE Meet site. So how do young professionals use QE Meet? I have some screenshots here. I'm going to take you through how the site is used. So each person with an account, a job seeker, would have a 5-digit profile code, a QE code. And so next what they would do is answer questions on their profile, and then, so they answer questions and then add them to their profile. And they're also able to upload photos as well. And so these are not photos like on LinkedIn. You don't have to be dressed professionally. It takes a lot of pressure off of the candidates. You don't have to go get a professional headshot done. It's who you are in real life on this site. Okay, so how do recruiters use QE Meet? So first of all, what you would do is you would enter the QE code into the site. This is Amanda Smith, right over here. Okay, pulling up her profile, you can log the information where you met, the date, so the date and place in the city, and then also you would have Amanda Smith's contact information right there in front of you. Also, you would be able to rate the member. All right, so you're going to have everybody's rating information in one place. You're going through multiple applicants. Also, you're able to type in some thoughts. So if you had already interviewed this person, or if you maybe met that person at a career fair and they weren't professionally dressed, you would put that information in there. Do not call for an interview, or call only if I'm really desperate. Whatever you want to put in there. Of course, the job seeker would not have access to this information. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to read some questions and answers to you. And I would like for you to tell me what you think these answers say about this person professionally. So how do you feel about returning your shopping cart? Okay, it's a decision we all have to make. And this person answered, I will deliver it to the corral if it's close enough to where my car is parked. Now, what do you think that means professionally? What can you assume? Go ahead.
They're only willing to do what's right if it's convenient for them, not willing to go that extra mile to do something nice for other people.
Okay, okay. What else could you ascertain from that?
They're lazy.
They're lazy. Very well could be.
They get the job half done.
Maybe get the job half done. All right, when is it okay to use the caps lock while texting? So maybe you're not actually going to be texting your employee, but let's see how this person answered. Anytime I want to. What do you think it says about that person professionally?
That they're angry.
That maybe they're angry. They're always yelling with their thumbs, okay? Yes? Go ahead.
They're stubborn and unprofessional in writing punctuality.
Could be, could be. And so if you were also to see, you can add tags to the photos on the site. And so this person over here is Amanda Smith again. Friends and vacation versus not shy, selfie action, and working it. Okay? Now, this candidate's profile doesn't have any photos, doesn't have any questions answered. What do you think that could mean?
I don't care.
Either they haven't really done much, and they have nothing to tell, or they're lazy.
Or they're lazy, right? They maybe do not complete tasks. Maybe they don't really take this seriously. All right, so we have the ability to have name acronyms. So I highlighted So basically, I pulled a bunch of different letters and have someone describe themselves. All right, so let me just skip through these, run out of time. Okay, so the impact of keeping the status quo. So if you continue to waste time searching for profiles, you're just going to continue to burn through company money. It's also important that you don't spend time on getting to know applicants that you're not even going to hire. You need to make sure that, if you have information in various locations, you have their application here, their resume there, QME keeps it in all one place. There's also legal ramifications, and also millennials will comprise 40% of the workforce by 2020. So they're going to be online. You have not adopted technology yet. You're still doing things the old way. It used to be that way. So, in conclusion, with the significant impact of hiring subpar employees, it's essential to continue to look for innovative ways to screen applicants. By utilizing the services that QME offers, you'll be able to better predict job performance, save time and money, and ultimately make more effective and efficient hiring decisions. Thank you.